Welcome to another amazing episode of the Misfit Toys Comedy Podcast. We have my co-host, the gorgeous, talented, and hilarious Miss Maria de la Ghetto. Hello. She is streaming live from some kind of princess bedroom, I take it.
Living out my childhood fantasy, yes.
I'm loving it. Okay, it actually looks like my bedroom did when I was 10 years old.
Oh my God, how cute. It's actually my niece and nephew. It's the three of us in a bedroom. It's, bedtime is fun because we like to chit chat and whatnot. So I've been staying with my sister.
I love it. And then we have a very special guest today. It's Satya Vanii. Did I say it correctly?
You did it great. Yep, my name is
because people get problems with Miss Satya Vanii. They're like, Satya, is it Satya Vanilla? Vanilla?
And I like making fun of it too. And just like, especially if I'm not interested in a guy, I spell it a little differently. I mean, I'm very easy. I give away my numbers easily. But I just one guy at the bar, he comes up to me and he asks, how do you spell your name? And I'm like, S-U-S-H-I. He's not drunk.
They're like, wait, where's the T?
And do they ever believe it too? They're like, is it sushi, sushai, su?
Oh, satay. I'm kind of tasty, I guess, but
I could see that. Speaking of food, what have you had for breakfast? What did you have for breakfast?
Well, the real breakfast.
Give us the real.
Whichever you want, girl. Where she want.
Well, I had sausage patties, those Morningstar.
That's my favorite.
They're so good. I mean, they're stepping up their game. This vegetarian, vegan world.
Stop it. Stop right there. Stop the vegans. Oh my Lord. Okay. Things have gotten so bad. Everybody knows who's been watching the show. I had to move to Mexico because I couldn't afford. And with the pandemic, hey Ray, he's our super fan. Oh my gosh, we love Ray. He's watching from the UK.
Hi, Ray.
What's up? Yes, we're having tonight's show. It's gonna be amazing. We'll talk about that in a second. But back to the vegans. Oh my gosh. So I'm living in this like off the grid ranch, and one of the little houses, I'm taking care of it, and the guest, she's vegan, and a rattlesnake came into my yard right next to my bedroom, and I went to go kill it, and she's like, "No, I'm vegan. Just ask it to leave."
No, honey, you ask it to leave. Go on ahead.
And I was like, and she's like, yeah, I just sit there on the bed and I ask nicely for the spiders and the mice to just like leave. And does that work? I mean, are you vegan, Satya?
No, I mean, there was a time I was vegan. I turned vegetarian twice. First was because I had to start learning how to cook by myself, and I touched this raw chicken and I started crying. I was like, all right, I'm gonna start eating tofu.
Oh, that's cute.
But then I went right back to chicken after a little while.
They weren't leaving. The snakes weren't leaving. The mice weren't leaving. You're like, this ain't worth it. I'm gonna touch some chicken. I'm gonna touch some chicken. That's legit. That's legit, Maria. What'd you have for breakfast today?
I had a Buddha bowl. It was vegetarian. It's so funny because like I'm a fat ass. Like, let's be real. It's not. It was vegetarian because it had dairy in it. But like I like moonlight as a vegan vegetarian. So here's the thing. I love veggies. I love fruit. I love all the healthy shit. But I also love the fat assy shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'll do like vegan one day because I had like bacon and ribs the night before. You know what I'm saying? So like it's because I believe that like a good like that clean diet definitely like does wonders for you for sure. So, but I honestly like I could give a shit about animals. Like that's the facts. Like I don't like when vegans are like, oh my God, the animals. I'm like, shut up. Okay. You know what?
Would you wear a fur coat? Would you wear a fur coat?
I don't know. Maybe. Shit, if you buy me one, go ahead. If a bitch is cold, I'm gonna wear what is gonna keep me warm. Okay. I'm Filipino. You know why we have dogs? Because we're getting ready for the apocalypse. Like when that shit hit, we ain't gonna be hungry. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get that dog or doon, get it, bring it. We can have a pet. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm also hard to care about that.
So, so wait.
Filipino and Iggy in Philippines, we pretty much eat everything. I mean, we even use the beak to floss our teeth. And that's how
I can't. You Asians, I can't with you Asians. By the way, I want to just have a shout out to everybody who's watching. If you are in Asia, Hong Kong, write in. Africa, the UK, New York, Paris, LA, wherever you're at, write us in. What did you have for breakfast? But talk about you Asians. I remember the first time I went to Hong Kong. And then, no, it's actually, I was in mainland China. And I ordered chicken McNuggets and the beaks and the feet came on the outside. And I was like, everything comes supernatural with the beaks and the feet and I'm like, just package it and put it inside. Like I was not prepared. And then the freshest restaurants have all the food live downstairs and you pick it out, like the lobsters out of the tank and stuff.
Oof,
but there's some animals there
legs, man. Oh
I've never seen before. Like I was like, what is that squawking? Is it crap? What the heck? I had to like reverse Google image search the thing to figure out what kind of animal this was. 'Cause I've never seen one before.
It's delicious. That's the animal.
At least you know it's an
At least you know it's an animal. In America, it's not even food. It's some kind of plastic engineered biohazard.
I mean, I went to the grocery the other day, and it's clearly salmon, and it says on the back package includes salmon. Like I don't understand.
Oh my God.
Put that in there.
That's like, I mean, honestly, it's such a gimmick. They're just trying to like get these vegans, or not even, it's a fad. They're like, oh, this rice is gluten-free. Well, Avi, because it's rice. What? Like this cheese is, what is it? What do they say? Gluten-free as well. Like, do these people don't even know what the hell gluten is, okay? All these people.
No, that's not included.
Guess what I had for breakfast today?
What?
I had a bottle of diet water.
What?
Was it gluten-free?
No, it literally said on the water, it's a diet water. I got it in Mexico here. I was like, diet water? And I was like, yes, please. I want to try this diet water. What's in this diet water? And they're like, what? But they're selling diet water? That's like out of control to me. Like, is there what's the craziest thing that you have been like marketing out of control food grocery item that you've been like, what is this?
Well,
for me, diet water, that's when I was like, what? You had your salmon incident, Maria. What else is crazy that you?
When I see shit like that, they're like, oh, this is gluten-free. When it's like common sense will be like, yeah, because it doesn't have bread. Like, what do you, they're like, what? Like, I'm serious. When I see rice, I'm just like, oh my God, these Karens are out of control. Like, y'all are just dumb. Like, y'all are just dumb. You don't know what gluten is. So the companies have to tell you what has gluten and what doesn't. Like, stupid. It sure is. Ooh, Greek yogurt with honey. Oh my God, and banana. That's my favorite. I love that.
Now we're all like, we need to start eating on the show. We need to start eating on the show. Oh, speaking of Karens and Cletus. So, you ever get the question? Because I'm looking at both of you ladies, and I'm just wondering, Miss Satya, what are you?
I am a halo halo.
Ay, ang sarap naman.
Halo halo in Philippines means it's just got everything in there. It's like a mix of fruits and condensed milk and everything. It's just a pretty little package of.
You're just a racial smoothie of deliciousness. Is that?
Well, I'm Filipino and Indian. I was raised in Kuwait, but in LA, yeah. But in LA, you just get mistaken for it. I get mistaken for Mexican, so
that's. I'm sorry, but if you're anything, it's black, Asian, Mexican. But the Mexican and Asian gets confusing because then there's those Asians that are Mexican and the Mexicans that are the Asians, and I don't know which one is the. I'm like, I don't know. Are you gonna like mow my lawn or like help me with my math homework? Stereotypes. But that's where we got Maria de la Ghetto and you here to smash these stereotypes. So please educate me about your Asian mixed heritage. What does that mean to be Indian and at the same time?
Well, let her explain, Iggy. Damn. Shut up for a minute.
Well, in Philippines, we pretty much got invaded by a lot of different countries, and that's why we got all these different nationalities. And Spain is especially, and that's why we got all these last names. And we pretty much look like everyone in the world. We pretty much got Can I say raped?
Well, I was about to say the same thing. Like, yeah, we were raped by everybody. Like,
and in India as well, they got raped by a lot of different cultures. So my dad's side, they don't even look typical Indian. They're from the north, and we got raped by a lot of different countries, Turks, British, you name it. So I got a bit of everything.
oh wow,
I got a bit of the whole world in my hands.
that is truly halo halo. The whole it's called global halo halo.
That's funny. Have you ever tried like putting all kinds of food together and kind of create your own dish, like fusion of different cuisines?
You know, I'm not a big. It's funny enough because I am a fusion food. I don't really like fusion food. Like I'm not a big fan. Oh my god! Like we went to this place in San Diego. It's kind of like Grand Central Market in LA, but in Loma Linda, San Diego. And they had this Korean place, and it had these Korean like fries. They were like cheese, some bulgogi, and kimchi. Nope. Cheese and kimchi do not go together. That is just, I don't know who thought that would be. I don't know what half Korean, half Mexican thought that was good. But I'm sorry to tell you, it's not. It doesn't. It's fermented stuff and cheese, like granted cheese.
Non,
when you
je suis désolé. It was a French person who is a French Korean.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? I don't like
Non,
that.
non, il y a du fromage avec le kimchi. C'est super délicieux. You have to try. I'm not going to try.
How about in Mexico? Is there something that's like different? I mean, I know we pretty much got most of the cuisine here in LA, but is there something that we're missing out that's like, why don't we have it?
So, I mean, we're like in Mexico here. It's where I'm at in the north. It's tacos, like crazy tacos everywhere. And they have like, you go in and everything, and they just chop it, cook it, slice it. And it's every part of from the rooter to the tutor, like everything that you could possibly.
There's different, what is it called? Like, because there's different, like, what is it called? Indigenous groups and stuff in Mexico, like Oaxaqueño food from Oaxaca is definitely different from someone who's from like, I don't know, maybe like Chihuahua or something. I don't see a lot of, surprisingly enough, like, I don't know if I see too many different regional food in LA. It's all kind of like tacos, burritos, like, you know, it's good. Like everybody knows mole, pozole, menudo. But there's like stuff that there's different cuisine that I don't see a lot of. I can't think of any of the names, but yeah, like there's stuff that you can't, like, it has to be like abuela to make it. You know what I mean? So, which like, they should expand.
Because I feel like I might be missing out. Because like, you know, you go to a certain country, like, oh my God, this is really pizza. Like all my life, I'm something else. So I was curious because like in India, every country I've been to or are part of, they kind of, they form it according to the taste. Like in Philippines, there's a lot of sugar in it.
Like going for sushi in Mexico.
Yeah.
Is so, they think that the main ingredient in sushi is cheese.
What?
What kind of cheese?
Like they put the cream cheese, like it's just like just a rod of cream cheese, and then some sprinkling of like fish fillet. It's not the same. Like, and then the Chinese food, it's like super cheesy. It's just like that kimchi with
Chinese
cheese.
Food.
There's Chinese people in Mexico. Imagine.
Oh no! I know that. Actually, Mexicali has the largest population of Chinese people. We have a shrine in Mexicali because of the internment camps that they were sent to. A lot of them fled to Mexico. So coming back from Mexicali, if you come through the border over there, they have a Chinese shrine. And I always wondered, like, what is that? It's like, is that a Chinese shrine? And sure enough, there's a huge population. And they say, if you want bomb Chinese food, you go to Mexicali. Sushi, I don't know. I mean, that's a whole different thing. But yeah, that I found really interesting. So we need to go to Mexico. We need to go to Mexicali and get some bomb Chinese food. I used to party there every weekend, and I've never gone. You would think.
Have you ever, like, the fast food in every country is actually even different. Even like different sodas are different. Like in India, because meat is like part of a cow, which is considered sacred. We don't have beef burgers. We have other animals. So we
really.
Yeah, we have goat. So it looks like a freaking tongue sticking out at you.
Oh no!
It has like curry, spicy. It's just
wow.
Yeah, it's kind of like interesting. Like even the KFC in Philippines, like we have rice. We don't have bread in our package.
Oh what? Oh my God, that is so funny because every time we get KFC at my house, we eat rice. I haven't had fast food in foreign countries, surprisingly. I've only been to Mexico and Guatemala, and I've never had fast food in either one.
Like in Spain, it's different. They'll have like little like Spanish sandwiches and, and like when like I refuse in Mexico guess how they say ketchup in Spanish here in Mexico?
How? What?
Capsu.
Capsu?
That's how they pronounce it. Capsu. And I'm looking at the word and I'm like, how do you get capsu out of I refuse. And I'm like, ketchup. And they're like, ¿qué? And I'm like, ketchup. And they're like, ¿qué? And they're like, oh, capsu. ¿Qué es capsu? And I'm like,
oh, really? That is hilarious.
And then you go in the center of the McDonald's is this giant salsa bar with like jalapenos and salsas and all this spicy thing, but no capsu. So it's a very different experience doing like the McDonald's, around the world. So to
in
speak.
Philippines, Maria, we have the banana cat soup.
Oh my God, I don't know, but we have that in my house. I've never, funny enough, I was born in the Philippines, but I have not been back. And I am trying to go. I was trying to go 2021. I don't know if that's going to happen. But yeah, I just know from, what they tell me and stuff. But oh man, Joffrons, man, that banana ketchup, the spicy one
we have
too.
Banana ketchup, Iggy.
That stuff is fire. Yeah.
In Russia, they have garlic dill ketchup. When I lived in Russia,
God, that sounds delicious.
They don't have regular ketchup. Ketchup. It's ketchup. It's ketchup. And the ketchup, and it's like grandma's with dill and like garlic and the thing, but they don't have plain ketchup.
Oh my God, that sounds so delicious. I'm gonna make that for.
But Russian food's actually pretty good. It's a little heavy. It's a little, but it's a lot of stews and my mom makes a killer borscht with the beets.
Wow.
Oh, and is that cold?
It can be cold or hot. And when I went to Russia, that's like my favorite food. So I was studying abroad and I was eating so much borscht. And I remember the first week I was there, I started peeing blood red.
Ah!
And I went to the hospital. Yeah, I went to the hospital and they're like, "You're such an idiot. It's just the beets and the borscht."
Wow. I can't believe it shows in your pee. Like I know when I take B complex, it turns yellow.
Have yourself 2 beet smoothies a day, and girl, you're gonna be like, wait, is it that time of month, or was it that that orange the smoothie? It's crazy.
I don't know
if I should.
Yeah.
Huh? No, go ahead.
My friend, he's a clown. I've got a bunch of clown friends since I do clown shows now.
Time out. Jazz hands snaps. We have a clown on the show. Wait, are you a clown?
Oh my God. That's so random.
I started doing clown and started COVID. I'm actually living in a house filled with professional clowns who are part of Cirque du Soleil in different places. And
Stop it. You are a COVID clown in a clown condo. She's a COVID clown in a clown condo going on tour with other clowns.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fun. It's like a community thing. We just perform outside and everyone just watches us do our clown acts.
Wow.
How cute.
Is your dad proud of you for being a clown? How does your dad feel about?
Well, unfortunately, I'm sure he's watching me from heaven, but he passed away. But I think that's why I'm able to do what I'm doing.
If that ain't some real ass talk right there, like your dad's Indian. Your dad's the Indian, right?
Yeah, and
that wouldn't fly if you weren't a doctor right now, bro.
You have to either be a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, like one of the state, like an actual job. So, I went the other direction. I'm the only one in my entire family that is crazy enough to enjoy their life.
I love it.
Right?
I love it.
Bravo to you, madam.
My father was actually a tightrope walker in the circus. So I grew up in a circus family. And he also, did like clowning and juggling and the thing. It was annoying. Every morning it was, bagels. What do I have here behind your ear? Cream cheese.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, Dad, it was so embarrassing. Like people would come over and he's like, oh, I found the chalupa. And I'm like, oh my God.
You're like, can I just have a normal meal, please? Just
at least
one day.
He physically had fun with you. For me, my dad would throw quotations. I was only like 3 or 4 years old. And every time I got into trouble or he thought I needed to hear a nugget of wisdom, he'll be like, every cloud has a silver lining. I'm like, okay, Dad, I'm trying to eat my food.
I'm just trying to eat my Apple Jacks. Why are you? I'm 4. Like, really?
One segment we do is, mama tales, and what were the things that your mom has taught you? So if you're, we can flip it to dad, but it's usually the mama. What has mom taught you? What are some of the life lessons that your mother has given you that you now still
Well,
yeah, that was.
I'm an only child, and of my dad, I'm an only child. So my dad pretty much was more involved than my mom.
So what did your dad give you?
God. Well, the good thing, he gave me discipline and focus. I'm a very hardworking person. Like, I'll constantly be like, I gotta get something done. I gotta get something done. I won't sleep till I get it done. Like, if I put my mind to it, like he gave me stuff to not get in trouble. Like, he was really good at it. Like, he was always scared I'll get into drugs. I'll start drinking so much and all that. I mean, the first thing I did when I went to Philippines, I joined a rock band that were all cokeheads. So yeah, that was good control, self-control.
Oh man, good.
She went from a cokehead band to a clown
band, actually, yeah.
And they put the coke on their face. They just put all the white on their face. They just put the whole face in the.
They would just walk by each other and do lines from a cheek.
That's right.
Wow, you have such an interesting life. Like, I need to hear your life story. So, I told you already we're best friends. It's official. So I'm gonna need you to like just sit down with me. We just have our boba, and you just tell me your life, because you just keep coming out with more stuff, and I'm like, what?
Well, one thing I could share what my mom taught me was, well, my dad always wanted a boy his whole life, so he would dress me up as a boy. He did everything he could to be a boy, but the girls started getting bigger, and I started looking more feminine, and I had to go to prom. So my dad's like, no makeup, no this. So my mom she's like, let me drop my daughter to the prom. I'm like, okay. Usually my dad drops me to everything. So my mom, before going out of the car, she pulled out a lipstick. She's like, this is going to be your lifesaver. She's like, put lipstick, and you can rub it here, you can rub it there. Until today, I still use it. So she's like, you gotta look like a woman,
That's so cute.
I love it. I just thought this is like the only makeup I need. Lipstick. I just put it here, rub it here, spit on it there, put it up there. It's like just the consistency. It just like all the girls are walking around with like a giant person of makeup. You just got one lipstick. You're like, it does everything.
Good to go. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I'm over here. I got 3 lipsticks for what I'm wearing right now. So
looks great though.
I think.
Thanks.
What do you think? Okay, now we're gonna have some woman-splaining to do.
God damn it, Cletus.
I'm just trying to understand. Okay, how much time do you really spend on like putting that stuff? Because it's a good thing that your dad told you not to do that. You saved like at least how much time is that you could like read books and study? Like, how much time does a pretty girl like you spend on her face?
Well, today it was very minimal. I just used lipstick, mascara, and a little bit of blush. Like, I have I have a kit with me when I go out, and just like if I don't have time, I have a 5-minute routine, I have a 1-minute routine, and then I got a 20 to 30-minute routine depending on the time I have. So right now.
Have you ever woke up early, put on your face, and then went back to bed so that he didn't realize what you really look like?
Oh, no.
Well,
do people do that? For real? I thought that was just on Bridesmaid.
Well,
That's what I'm trying to find out, because sometimes, like the other day, she didn't want to spend the night with me because she was like, well, I didn't bring my makeup and you haven't seen my morning face. I'm not ready for that yet. Like, she was not ready to spend the night and wake up with her morning face. She needed to have her kit. So I'm just curious, is that a typical thing for women?
Well, not all women. For me, I kind of like my face with or without makeup. I do look different. Depending
how much money does a girl spend on makeup on average per month?
It depends on the brands. I really focus. I've been getting more into cruelty-free vegan makeup lately.
No, I agree with that. Even though I don't give a crap about animals, I don't think we need to test on them. Like, it's not necessary. You don't need to harm them for your stupid lipstick. You know what I mean?
No, we have immigrant children to do that, right? We can just test on the immigrant children, and then that'll be all right. That is a complete
We're all
joke. We should not do that. We are exaggerating people. Don't take things out of context. Don't want to see no messages
more all
later.
the inbreds in Middle America, but that's fine.
But what I'm trying to get at is a lot of men's don't understand how much money and time goes into just showing up as a woman.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of time. But you know, I have met men. What is the word? Begins with the letter M. They're something.
Metrosexual.
Yeah. I've dated metrosexuals, and they would put.
They're actually gay.
Oh well,
It's just
I'm waiting for it to come out. I don't know. He
I'm
gave
just
me
kidding.
more
I'm
time.
just kidding.
I felt like a male half the time because he would put eyeliner all the time, and then he'd had a whole regimen of different creams on his face. So for me, I focus on making sure my face is clear. But right now, I'm just, because of the mask, I'm constantly breaking out. But as long as you have clear skin, you don't have to put so much effort into putting on makeup.
You have really nice skin, actually. I was gonna say.
No.
What do you?
Thanks.
How do we
I just
do
saw.
it?
Oh, there it is. Ooh.
Well, one of my female colleagues was sharing a room with another female colleague, and we were told that the first one would wake up in bed, apply her face before she go out of bed. Yep, see, girl, or isn't it like who had Elizabeth Taylor had like the makeup tattooed on her face? No,
Wow.
Tammy Faye Baker. She had the makeup tattooed on her face, so she wouldn't have to do it anymore. Like the eyeliner permanently.
A lot of older women actually have that.
Yeah, the tattoo eyebrow.
Yeah, and the eyeliner. It's crazy. They start to turn green after so many years, and you're just like,
I don't know. I focus on really my drinking a lot of water, making sure it's clear, so I don't have to go through that problem. But I think Asian hair helps a lot. Like I don't have to put a lot of time into it with this length. But there was a time when I highlighted my hair, and someone said, "Are you half black?" And I'm like, "What?" My hair became really kinky. Apparently, it got destroyed, and so.
Do you have naturally straight hair or curly hair?
Yeah, this is my natural hair.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But it's the Filipino Indian hair. I mean, you
got that good hair, girl.
Yeah, so I don't want to color it anymore because when I colored it, I would spend. If you put your face on, I would have to put my hair on.
Oh yeah, no.
It was that bad.
I mean,
I don't ever wear.
This is my Corona hair. I used to be like a cute gay boy, and now like this is literally like it's out of control. Like I don't know. I haven't. It's been 6 months. It's been 6 months. I don't even know what to do with it. Like I'm watching YouTube channels, being like, "What do you do with curly hair?" I don't know, Maria. I need some gays sent to Mexico to help me. This is not.
I mean. Get your hair braided. Just get you some cornrows, and you don't have to worry about it.
So, if there was something that you would love for men to understand, what would you tell them? What would be like the one thing they'd be like, guys? I need you to understand that this is the deal.
Okay, well, for me, from my experience, is just listen. Like when we say something, we really mean it. We don't mean what you mean.
Every single woman I think who has come on the show has said the exact same thing.
Yep.
Men, listen. Maybe you need to make like a video.
I
wish they would listen. I'm like,
listen. I mean, sometimes they listen, but they're like, no, I think this is what she'd like.
Oh God.
So active listening.
We can only go over it so many times, these fools. So they'd I don't know. They got to start paying attention. I don't know. They don't, still not listening. We still got to tell them.
Being nice is actually attractive. You don't have to be a bad boy to be attractive. And if it is, then there's some imbalance. Because I was attracted to bad boys, but then I realized it was my insecurity. And so it was never healthy.
Maria, you like yourself a bad boy. Maria's a bad boy kind of.
Here's the thing. I'm attracted to the male who's not peacocking. You know what I mean? Genuine, indifference, because he doesn't need to prove anything to anyone.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That is so attractive.
That's some big dick energy if I ever seen it. You know what I'm saying?
So
and maybe it's not that big. But if you got that energy, I'm here for it. So
if I don't got to flex, then just be like,
yeah, you just like all these guys are like trying to flex on everybody, and the guy in the background just like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna do my thing. Like they don't need approval or validation, because that is my biggest pet peeve about men and in people in general. I do not like to validate unless it's a genuine, like, oh my God, that's amazing. Oh my, of course I'm a supportive friend, but if you need constant validation,
the only time Maria validates is when it's parking.
And even then, I can't guarantee anything. But I hate that. I hate stroking egos. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to stroke something, this ego is not going to help you get there. So, I just, ugh.
She did. She told me, she was like, Igor, Iggy, she's like, don't give me this shit sandwich. She's like, I don't need the bread. Just give me the shit. Like, she's like, I was like, well, this part was good because we worked together at the Misfit Toys Comedy Studio, where we workshop and write jokes for each other. And I coach a lot of the girls, and she was just like, just tell it to me straight. I don't have time. She's just like, just tell me, what about you, Satya? Do you like this shit sandwich? Do you need like the little compliment, the truth, and then a little compliment to keep it tasty, keep it together?
Are we talking about men still? I'm confused.
In general,
well, we transitioned.
The hat came off.
I'm lost. I'm sorry.
The hat came off. No. We jumping around.
Sandwich? Are we talking about men? I don't know.
Because we were talking about their egos, and then it jumped to like, he was saying, because I'm the type of person, I don't like to validate and like constantly stroke someone's ego. And so I'm talking about you as a person.
Well, what I like from people in general?
Yeah, like if you need to.
I like people to be honest and truthful. Like, if you are a bad, I love, how in movies you love their villains, you just love them because they're embracing who they are. Like, if you just embrace who you are and not deny who you are, people can see through it. Like, there are people who are out there who are like, I don't know, for example, selfish, and they'll all act like, I'm so selfless, I gave you this, and they'll constantly remind you, and you're like, okay, that is not a selfless move.
Yep.
Reminding you. So things like that. But just be yourself is so attractive. People respect that.
Yes.
I mean, I'm always trying to please people, and then I realize you just don't get anywhere constantly trying to please, because then you just forget who you are. And so that's what I've been working on. And sometimes I come across as someone who's a bitch, but what can I say? At least you see who I am.
Mm-hmm. Amen. Just let it all hang out. Just let them.
Oh, you want me to hang out my saggy titties?
I'm sure your titties are beautiful.
Yeah, I need this last few minutes to talk about my insecurity of my saggy titties. I'm just kidding. I need some validation here.
Oh my God! Speaking of titties, I did want to mention. Okay. It's because I bought a new bra from Torrid, because Torrid is having an amazing sale. Because I don't know, you probably don't know because you don't shop at a plus size store like Torrid, but they're so expensive. It's so expensive to buy fat girl clothes. So Torrid had like a buy one get two free sale. So I bought like 2 bras, 2 dresses. Like I bought 3 items at one point, and it was $50. That is like paying $5 at a normal skinny girl store. You feel me?
Wow.
For like 3 items. Like it was crazy. So I bought this bra that clips in the front, and I was like, oh my God, I haven't worn a front clip bra since I was in 7th grade. Like what? Why don't all bras have a front clip? I do not understand.
So hard.
Yeah. Like what is that? What the hell? And while we're on that, all dresses need pockets. Okay? We need all dresses to have pockets and all bras to have front clips. I just wanted to mention that. Or that's my piece.
Or bras have pockets. In India they have these blouses where you can stuff your money and everything.
Oh wow, they specifically make it for that.
Yeah.
It's so genius.
You see
because they get mugged if they don't. You can't have a purse because someone's gonna come by in a rickshaw, and like the crowds and the thing, you get pickpocketed. You have to have them booby pockets to get home safe.
I want to say, they used to say that's the safest place to keep it, but I'm like, well, not if you're me. So
like, wait, can I?
I'm like, sir, you're in the wrong pocket. That's my money. Hold on, let me put this somewhere. Like I'm a hoe, and Someone's always gonna be reaching in them titties.
My change.
So where are you broadcasting from, Satya? Where are you at right now?
I'm actually in LA. I'm in Los Angeles.
What is it like in Los Angeles? I've heard some really scary stories about so many like homeless villages popping up on the corners, east of La Brea, and especially under all the underpasses. And there's this huge boom of homelessness right now in LA because of the pandemic. Do you see that where you live? What is it like?
I do. I mean, I see a lot, but the thing is, I don't go out as much to see all that. But I'm seeing them all migrating. LA is a really, especially by Santa Monica, like all these areas, we have really good weather for being homeless. So even
if you're gonna be homeless, might as well be somewhere with good weather, right?
Yeah, because like there are people from not even LA are coming to LA during COVID. It's just a good place to be when. I mean, it's sad because it's not comfortable. Like,
no, but they're coming with like REI North Face tents. They told me they were like gear. Like they came with gear.
Better tents. They have better tents, and I think they're doing better because they don't have to pay rent or anything. Like
they figured it out.
Oh my God! I think it's somewhere in La Brea or somewhere. This guy, I just saw lights. He has disco lights all in his tent. Like it was just like all kinds of lights going on. Like he had a party going on in his tent.
I love it. With the solar panels, I can because I live off the grid right now. With a couple solar panels, I could power most of my stuff at night and have my thing, and then live in my nice little tent, power the little thing, save a couple grand on rent.
Right.
That's real.
It's real.
It's like Burning Man. It's like Burning Man. It's like have you ever been to Burning Man?
I almost went. One time.
No, I don't like the heat too much. So, but maybe one day I'll go. I don't know now with COVID if it's ever going to happen.
No, not after all the pictures I saw. I'm like, gross.
How else has COVID affected your life in LA? How has it changed? Because you said you became a clown because during COVID. Or were you a clown?
I love it.
Well, I did spend the first 45 days not interacting with anybody. I just stayed in my room. I had canned food and rice, and I rationed it every day until I was like, okay, I have to finally go out. I kind of miss fresh food. And then when I went out there, I realized it's not as bad as what I thought.
You bunkered down, like for real.
I stayed in my room the whole time. And like I have roommates and we all stayed away from each other. And we did a pretty good job and then we like spray every handle with bleach. I mean, we were really hardcore.
Bravo to you, damn.
And I'm glad that we're all still okay.
And has it lightened up? Like, what is it like now? Has it lightened up with the fires and what is life in Hollywood like now?
Where I live right now is closer to Hollywood, so we don't really have fires there. Or the closest park, I guess, is Griffith Park, and there's no fires, thank goodness there. But I know Alhambra, that side, I think, has fires. Pasadena side, but
yeah, the San Gabriel Mountains or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Monrovia.
I know it's like the Angeles Forest, so I don't know.
I mean, there was a point where the sky did turn brown. You're like, wait a minute, am I on Earth or Mars? But
yeah.
But I did live through fires a couple of years ago, and when I used to live in Santa Barbara, and we had the fire right at our backyard. And literally, when we were driving down the freeway, I was trying to get out of there. The fire was just hopping from one side of the freeway.
Whoa!
Yeah, like you see in the cartoons how fires have faces and
yeah.
They were literally jumping. I don't know how they jumped, but they were jumping across the freeway.
That's crazy. I grew up in LA, and so whenever I would see like the last few, when I moved back to LA, I see these fires, and I'm like, everybody's like freaking out, but I grew up in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
But it's definitely getting worse. It's gotten worse.
I don't know why we just can't fix it. I mean,
well, this is the thing, and the forest naturally needs to burn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so when the lightning strikes, it needs to. But as we've grown, we've encroached onto the forest, so the forest can't naturally burn without burning down people. And so now we're just in this because it naturally needs to burn that undergrowth. There's supposed to be forest fires every year, but now we've just overpopulated and pushed into the forest. Then now when those natural fires happen, they just and they take out so much civilization along with it. Right. So it's insane. It's insane.
Sprinklers.
Ray had something to tell you that The bras were designed by men. They don't know the struggle.
Makes sense. Makes absolute sense.
Also, speaking of being uncomfortable, heels, I think if I was right, was worn by men. And I really don't know how we landed up wearing it.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, why did they, I mean, like, Prince still wore heels, so I guess he was taking it back.
Every man should do drag once in their life.
Oh my God, they'll actually finally listen.
Because
they sure will.
I did it once in college, and the makeup, the nails, the boots, it was
I think they should walk around as a woman for a one whole day in their adult lives. Like,
just one night.
You have to be a woman.
Woman Appreciation Day during Women's Month.
There you go.
Can you
just
imagine?
walk around and deal with the shit that we have to deal with on a regular basis, just to get a little taste.
Like what?
You get to take off.
What's some of the? Give me some of the daily woman. Give me the daily.
A bra. There you go. Number one, a bra.
Bra. Okay, good. Keep going. I want to hear it. We would let it out.
Catcalling, men staring, being disgusting, just harassing us in any way, shape, or form, belittling us, making us feel like we're less than because they know. Oh my God. Like, what are you whistling at? Come over here. I'll give you something to whistle about. Like when dudes, oh my God, I was watching a show yesterday and this dude like pulled up on a girl like he was gonna hit her and she like got scared and I was like, if that was me, I would be like, go, you ready? Let's do this. Like, I wish you would. Like, I have fought a dude before and I'll do it again. I don't care how bad I get messed up. I don't care. Fuck me up. You're gonna learn though today that I ain't gonna take it lying down. Just
How do you feel?
Got my blood boiling.
How do you really feel, girl?
Satya,
how do you feel about that? When hey, what's up, baby? Hey, all that.
Well, I've just learned to ignore, but it does bother me. I mean, I feel like if I responded back and got angry, that it just makes them happier. Like I gave them that.
Because you gave them attention.
So I just learned the other day, if a dog like keeps coming up to you, you turn your back to them. So I guess I could apply that to those guys. Just turn my back and they'll
really.
Yeah, dogs don't respond to if you turn your back. They're like, oh, because like you tell like dogs keep quiet, stop barking, stop, and they think that you are like entertaining them barking at you or whatever that you want them to stop doing. So yeah, you just turn your back. So I'm thinking I might apply that to the dogs out there.
Yes, that probably would work.
You're such a different generation because my mother does not think like that at all.
What
does she think?
Oh, they think I'm sexy. She loved it when we went to Paris and all the guys. She's like, I feel so beautiful walking down the street. Everybody's like, and then she's like, she got pissed. She's like, something. When she got older, she's like, something wrong with me. Nobody's trying to rape me. What's going on? Am I ugly? Nobody's whistling and trying to.
Different generation, different experiences.
Like for her, if it didn't happen, like I remember walking with her in the park. If it didn't happen that day, she's like, what is my fat? She just went like, she expected it. It was almost validation.
There
for her. As you get older, maybe, my mom would always tell me like, enjoy it that men are after you right now. When you get older, you're gonna, appreciate the time when I'm obsessed with Schitt's Creek. I've been watching that.
I love that show.
And there's an episode where the mom talks about like, she wished she could keep her naked photos somewhere on the internet and appreciate when she was a kid, when she was younger. So she was giving advice to a younger lady, like, please take pictures of yourself naked. Appreciate your small boobs right now. You will love it when you get older. And that was such a touching moment. And that made me think like maybe I should start taking naked photos. I don't know.
I think you should.
Do it.
I think you should.
Absolutely.
Maria, have you done a naked photo shoot?
Sure, but I cover up all like identifiable markings and stuff so that he can't use it against me down the line. But now I'm just like, why do I care? They'll just give me good publicity.
Oh my God.
I got an email threatening me because they have like those scams where like guys, or not guys, but like computer hackers will threaten you like, oh, if you don't send $1,000 to this account, I'm gonna expose you because we hacked into your phone and we saw you watch, or hacked into your computer we got your password through an adult website. And all I could think when I got this email was, you got to come up with something better than that to threaten me with, because I know what I do when I'm watching porn. First of all, sir, I watch it on my phone, so you already messed up. Second of all, they ain't gonna see nothing. What am I holding the camera towards me while I'm doing stuff? Like, okay, you want to see my ugly O face? By all means, send it out. my friends and family know what kind of heathen I am. I have nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh, my mom found my naked pictures on my phone.
Oh my Lord.
She looked at it, she's like, really? You don't know your angles. We need to reshoot this. Look at this lighting. Seriously? I mean, you think somebody's gonna reply to your profile with this picture? She's totally
she's such a gangster, bro.
Yeah, she's like, you want to get laid? Let me take your Grindr photo shoot. I will get you laid. Like, she's hardcore. She's like, to the point. Oh, just aside, my favorite part. I took her to gay pride, her first gay pride, and we're out at the bar dancing. And one of those, because it works in the gay world too. There's a cat call in the thing, and the guy starts coming over, and she's like, just don't embarrass yourself. Just stop. Do you own a mirror? Do you own mirror? Just stop. And I was like, Mom, she's like, you want to talk to that? Do you want to talk to that?
Oh my God.
Look at him. He's wearing paisley.
What's one of your favorite, like, shutdown comments? Yeah, like if a guy comes up to you like, not today, not tonight, not tonight. How do you shut it down? How do you shut it down?
I know how to turn my ugly side on. Like, I'll try to acting like a man kind of thing, and then I don't know. And then especially in clubs, which I'm not doing now, but when, you start dancing, I don't know, dancing is gone. I don't know. It's grinding. It's more bump and grinding. In the bars, like, I'm constantly like, ooh, don't touch me. I mean, like, it's so hard. But so I just start dancing really weird and funny. And the guy's like, what the heck? And then we have this thing in Philippines called the Lola dance, and I love using that. So the Lola dance.
What is that? Oh my God! Yes.
It's gyrating in a weird way, but
yeah, I can totally see you doing some kind of Bollywood elbow jabbing motion, getting it out.
Yeah, so I do weird moves. I say offbeat jokes. Just anything to, yeah.
Oh, what about you? What are some of your shutdown? You're like, okay.
I just act like a real bitch. I'm just like, ew, go away. Or they try to talk to me and I'm like, ugh, okay. Like, I just make it very obvious that I'm not interested, and then they get mad, and then I am satisfied because I just, I'm just like, as one man that has bruised his ego, and maybe he'll learn to be a respectable human being now,
It's hard.
So
I love it when they get mad and then they call me a lesbian.
Or my thing is they get mad and they call me fat, and I'm like, you were still trying to hit this. I don't know what you think is gonna do that. What's that gonna do to my ego? Like, so I'm fat. You must like fat chicks, because here we are, sir. Still not interested though. So thank you.
Oh my goodness.
In India, I mean, dating in every country is a little different. Like in Kuwait, when I lived there, women spent all day in the beauty salon making themselves up. Like, they spend a lot of money, and then they just go to the local supermarket mall, which is called the souk. It's a huge place, and they got different places. I mean, it's pretty much Rodeo Drive everywhere. They have take care of the roads, and there's a special spot where the most expensive cars, like, these guys have really high-end, beautiful, gorgeous cars, and they'll just, like, drive where the crosswalk is and where the ladies walk, and then they'll slowly walk, and that's where they make the first eye contact of courting, because you're not allowed to hold hands in public. Like, how do you meet people unless it's a friend?
So you snatch them off the street driving a car slow.
And then you see them in the souk. Like, the guys are walking, the girls are looking, and then you just see them crossing again. It's kind of cute. But
that's interesting.
I gotta Google that. I gotta see that in action.
How long did you live there in Kuwait?
I pretty much grew up there.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I went to India and Philippines because I was soul searching. I didn't know. I mean, I grew up not seeing color. I grew up not seeing nationalities. I don't know, the way I was brought up. It's just we never distinguished. But as you get older, you start hearing things and start understanding.
Yeah.
So I did a play in Kuwait, and I had like a solo performance, and I was speaking in Arabic. So one guy comes up to me and he's like, "Who are those people?" I'm like, "They're my parents." No, they're not. You're Arab, because I was.
Yes.
So that made me think like, oh wait, we're all different. What? So that started my whole journey. But
Oh,
like,
wow.
Right.
yeah, I mean, in India, how men are like, women can't look at men in the eye. Like if you do, they think they love you.
Oh gosh.
So that's why every time you go to India, you try to always look away. And I'm a type of person to be like, listen to me. I want to hear what I'm saying. So I always landed up in trouble with a lot of people following me home. But oh well.
Wow.
That's insane.
That's so
insane.
interesting. I love hearing about different like just cultures and different, you know what I mean? I was gonna ask you, how many languages do you speak?
I used to be fluent. I mean, I still understand and kind of conversational. In Kuwait, I went to a school where we had to learn English. That was my first language. And then we had to learn Arabic because we were in Kuwait. And then we had to learn French. And then my mom, Tagalog. And then my dad had someone take care of me because they were working. They were always working. So they needed someone at home to take care of me. So he had a lady from India who could only speak Hindi. So how many?
Oh, wow. 5, I think.
5? Yeah, I can't count.
Wow,
Apparently.
that's
a lot.
so cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Which one's the hardest one, or which one do you like? Ugh.
Well, what's hard is when I was learning all those languages at the same time, I couldn't tell which was which. I made a mistake. Like I would argue with my English teacher. I'm like, lawai is the same as saliva. Yeah. And so I would land up these arguments because I would get confused in my head, like which language is which word. And it comes out like when I talk to people, if I'm like in a heated argument, I'll just end up speaking another language suddenly. And I'm like, wait.
That's so cool.
I get a little short circuit, but yeah.
So
what's hard, I think, is Tagalog, because that was my last language.
is Tagalog tonal based like Chinese, where like ma?
No, I
so
don't
the
think
tone
so.
changes the meaning.
No, it's different words. It's actually really, it's weird because you have
There's like a little bit of Spanish and a little bit of.
There is, but like Tagalog, I don't know how the structure is. I used to think it wasn't like Spanish, but I was like, wait, it is, because you say like humab, like if it's babat, like babat means down or bottom, so babat, and then habab, what is it? Humababat, like they do a lot of double words and triple.
It's confusing because like left is kaliwa, kanan is right. So I would always get confused, and I would just say kaliwan. Like I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't even know, and I only know housewives Tagalog. Like I know food, money, and shopping. Like anything else, I'm just like I don't.
You can always add ho, and nga. A lot of nga and mga at the end of every word. So I would just go nga.
It's like in French, it's the
Yeah.
Like you ask them what your name is, like what's your name? Iggy. Like it's like they don't even know what they're like. Everything's just everything. It ends it and it starts. It just.
I think Tagalog. Yeah, it's the same. Yung mga anong mga. That is exactly what it is. Like she said, there's a lot of in there. All you do is like. Akin na yung nasaan yung mga yung mga. I'm like. Are you like you sound like a car trying to start or what's going on? Like you sound like you're like ready to race. Like
I'll be honest with you. I'm so glad English is my first language. I feel that is the hardest language. It has all these rules, but a lot of exceptions. Because when people ask me like about grammar, I don't know as much grammar as I should because I just kind of learned how to speak it before I learned grammar. Because like when you read the grammar, you're like, oh my God, there's so many exceptions. It's I think that's the hardest language.
Yeah, for sure.
So I used to teach English when I lived in Spain, and the hardest thing for everybody was phrasal verbs. Do you even know? I didn't even know what a phrasal verb was.
What the hell is that?
I know. They were like, we need help with our phrasal verb. I was like, what? You combine a verb and a preposition, like pick up. What does pick up mean? What does pick up mean, Maria?
You pick up
Pick it
something.
up.
But I could pick up dancing. I could pick up smoking. I could pick up Satya at the bar.
I could pick up
Satya at the bar while I was picking up, drinking.
Picking up a dollar while he picked up Satya.
right.
I pick up that girl.
So how do you know why does it take off and not take up? Why does the plane not take up? No, it takes off. Does it shut down?
What is it taking off?
Oh, shit.
Exactly. And then I'm like, wait a minute, is it a stripper? Is the plane a stripper or is it going into the air? I don't know what's going on. And these are my students. And they're like, they were like, yeah, is it a stripper? Is it flying? Is it leaving? Is it getting drunk? What is it doing? And it's like very difficult.
Like takeout. People don't understand. Like my Guatemalan friend, he's like, why do they say takeout? Like, what are you taking?
Like, I'm going to take you out. Like, Maria's going to take you out. Bam. Is that, or so what else? Take out? Like, I could take you out on a date. I could order some takeout.
That's so fascinating.
Whenever you do a preposition plus the verb. Oh, and then the Brits have their own versions.
Oh yeah.
I remember and they teach British English in Spain, and the little kids, the elementary school kids, they're like, Profe Igor, do you have a rubber?
Oh, sir.
And I was like, I was 6 years old. Like, what? But it's that like that's what the eraser is for them.
Oh, that's
right. All of these weird words, and I was I don't think you're old enough to be using a rubber. I'm like, I don't understand what you're talking. Like, it's
at least it's safe. You're practicing safe sex. I don't know.
Promenading.
Oh yeah, here in the U.S. they used to. Oh, sorry about that. We spoke countries and then stole language and put it in. Yeah, for real. Honestly, you know.
Thanks, Ray.
Oh my gosh. But we're almost out of time, but I wanted to touch base and say, are you performing anywhere? Can we watch your clowning? Where can we find more of you?
Well, my Instagram handle is pretty active and up to date. It's at SASSY, Sassy Satya, SATYA. So that's my Instagram handle. I do a whole bunch of things. I do a lot of comedies. I do stand-up, where I met you guys.
Yes.
And I do a lot of comedy character work.
Ooh.
Kind of SNL style kind of character-y stuff. And then I also clown. We have a monthly show. The next one is November 1st. So it's going to be Halloweenish style.
Ooh.
Is it streamed or is it live? Like you're going into the stream?
Live streamed.
Oh.
Yeah, so all the information will be on my Instagram. If you, it'll be a lot for me to say, like, go there and go there for that one, go there for that one.
Definitely want to catch.
Did I get it right? Sassy.
Oh, there it is.
Gotcha. Is that right?
Yes. The reason why I chose Sassy is because, there's this improv game where you're like, I'm charming Camila or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, I feel like
the first letter for an adjective. So I was like Sassy, Satya. So when I would mentor kids, they couldn't pronounce Satya. Yeah, even kids have a hard time. So they would call me Sassy, 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 and I'm like, I use that.
I love
that
it.
That is so cute.
Maria, what adjective would you use? Or is ghetto the adjective? You just put it at the back.
Yeah, I would probably. You know what's funny? People always try to give me nicknames, and it just never sticks. But I'd probably use I don't know, Malevolent Maria or something. It's always bad stuff. I'm like, merciful. I'm not merciful. My friend called me Mafia Girl once. I was like, where are you getting this? I'm like, but I'll take it. That's cool.
I said, no, you can't be messed with.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And then tonight we have our Misfit Toys comedy show, Iggy, full moon. Oh, yes. And what else is going on with you, Maria?
Oh, I'm excited for that show. It's the full moon, dude. Full moon. Just so you know, y'all. Like, the friend of mine told me because her brother is an EMT. All the calls that they get, it goes up. Like, people are crazy when it's a full moon. So stay home, watch our show tonight, and then Sunday I have a show with Dat Fan and friends. So you can find that on my Instagram. I post all the stuff. And yeah, I think that's what's coming up so far for now.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to be doing Sofa King funny.
Oh yes.
With Vitamin Chi tomorrow. We got the full moon show tonight. This has been amazing. Satya, I can't wait to see more of your clowning. So we'll definitely check it out.
I'm excited for that.
Amazing. I want to say thank you to Ray and to everybody watching, and we'll see you next
Yay.
Thursday. Happy full moon. Be
Me.
careful. Stay out of the ocean. It's gonna grab you. It's gonna snatch you.
That's yes. Stay home. We're
Stay
safe.
home. Stay home. Watch the
Lock your
show.
doors. Yes.
Live stream our show.
Love you guys.
There you go.
Bye. Bye. Ciao.
Bye, guys.